Give me a hail. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
What a mess yesterday here in the valley. Got a little glimpse of winter though, blanketing the ground in the white stuff we don't see out here. We've got that winter feeling though, and we spent a ton of time up in Flagstaff as they anticipated their first snowfall of the season. And then obviously today is the first day of Snow Bowl being open.
Woo-hoo!
And we actually have a very special guest popping by the after show to celebrate. Would you please introduce her to us?
A lot of people remember this adorable dog, Ava. Of course, the Avalanche dog. We met her almost 2 years ago. She began her training up in Snowball. Well, this morning, she's all grown up, as they say. She's up on the slopes with Colleen. Colleen's having a banner.
Where is Ava? I don't see Ava.
She's white. She blends in.
I spy.
Ava is right here, you guys.
Aww.
Look how cute she is. Look how adorable. She's stealing all of the hearts this morning. Haley is her trainer and handler. Haley, what have you guys been up to this summer? You guys ready?
Yes, we're absolutely ready. Ava is excellent. She has been training all summer for winter, and this is really what she lives for, and she's psyched to be here with Patrol and be here as a rescue resource for us.
Awesome. And she's Avalanche rescue trained. You guys have been working together for a few years now. She's celebrating her 3rd birthday very, very soon. Very exciting. Tell me, you guys haven't had to use her, and that's kind of the goal.
Yep, absolutely. The goal is to never have to use her, but she's trained to be ready, to be 100% ready when that day does come if something crazy were to happen, like somebody were to be buried in an avalanche. But Snowball and Patrol does a lot of things to make sure that doesn't happen. Like we do control work, we're always assessing the snow, making sure it's safe, but there is a risk sometimes, so Ava's here as a backup, and hopefully you never have to see her face.
And let's be real, at least her face puts you right at ease, doesn't it? Hello, Ava. Oh my gosh, you guys love dogs, and so really, when we get to hang out with dogs, it's always a good time. And now we're also at the opening day of Snowball, so really, it's just the best day ever out here. The lifts are already starting to get going just to make sure everything's running smoothly. We talked to some folks who are already in line. They're ready for first chair, and they are so excited. They've done this for a couple years now, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Also, I admire their dedication, but as a fellow skier, I understand the love of brand new, fresh snow on opening day. So, it doesn't get much better than this.
Gotta get that fresh powder.
Colleen, did Ava already run off on you, or is she still there? I got a question for Ava and her trainer. How do they prepare Ava for avalanche situations? Like, what does she
have
have
a question
to go
for Ava? How do you guys prepare Ava for avalanche situations, and what does she go through?
That's a great question. So we prepare her by turning it always into a game. So it's like hide and seek, and then it just gets increasingly more difficult. And we will dig caves when the snow is really deep, kind of like an underground igloo, and have somebody lay in there and build like a block wall in front of it. And then she'll use her amazing scenting ability to alert the humans to where that person is, and then she'll play with them, dig them out, and it's a big party for her.
Oh my gosh. And a big party, but also, such important work.
Really important work, but for dogs live for fun. So no matter what, it's always a positive experience for her, and that's why they want to work for us.
And you guys went out to Colorado to train too this fall.
Yep, we went up and trained with the Colorado Rapid Avalanche Deployment Rescue Dogs. So all the dogs from Colorado, and trained with some amazing dogs and learned some awesome things. So we're ready for anything.
That's awesome. And she was playing a little bit earlier after our shot because she did so well earlier in the show, guys. And will you guys play a little bit more today too?
Absolutely. Her whole life is all about playing, and her reward is just playing some good old tug-of-war with me.
My goodness, I love it. So we're going to go play tug-of-war, guys. Because how can you deny those eyes? You just can't.
Oh, so cute. Puppy dog eyes.
Colleen, go hide in a snow pile somewhere, see if she can find you. Have fun out there in Flagstaff. Thanks for joining the show this morning.
It's a rough job. Someone's got to do it.
All right, your turn. Next dog
Someone's
pun.
got
Go.
to do it.
I don't have one.
No.
Go. It's anybody else. I only have a dad joke.
The doggone good time out there for skiers and boarders at the slopes. I keep going.
Storm's Park is worse than it's playing.
Wow.
All right, here's a treat for you guys. I tease. We talked about this on the show this morning on Today in AC. We were asking the people to text in and let us know what they do when they receive a gift from a loved one that they don't like. 'Tis the season, right? You're buying things for people you love. Maybe they're buying things for you, and they're great human beings. They're just really bad gift givers. So we were soliciting your advice this morning. What do you do when you receive something you don't like? Because there are ways you can handle the situation delicately, and there are ways that you can handle it not so delicately. Anyone want to jump in first?
I'm a regifter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I mean, I try to. I mean, even if it's something I maybe wouldn't have bought for myself or something, I do try to, use it or enjoy it. But there are just some things that you just, or I try to, exchange. Maybe if it's the wrong size or something like that. Now, I've actually been in a pinch where I actually liked something, but I was maybe called to a last-minute thing, or I needed a gift, so I used one of the gift cards. Even though I really wanted that gift card, I wanted to go there. I was like, in a pinch, you need something. You had that on hand, so I'm guilty.
I guess depending on the situation, there's been a time where it was a nicer gift, and so instead of being mean and saying anything, I just went and exchanged it for something that I really wanted.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't let anyone know. No, you definitely don't let anyone know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't exchange things ever.
Really?
Because you're just making work for me. Like, if you get me something and you spend your money on it, but it's not my size or whatever, there's a very, very small chance that I'm going to go through the effort of driving out to Scottsdale or whatever to return the thing and get something else.
But then do you just have a graveyard? in your house
No, it
of
just
things you
gets
don't
donated, or it just doesn't do anything at all. It just collects dust.
No
I've got
regifting?
gifts. No, I mean, no, some things there is definitely, when you're talking gift cards or alcohol or
you give away
food
alcohol?
stuff. Well,
if somebody gives you wine.
yeah,
and
you
they're
got.
I
got 100 bottles of wine on my counter, man. Here you go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that kind of stuff I think is totally fine to regift.
Yeah.
But if it's a more personal item, I feel weird about it. So I don't think my mom's watching this morning, but my mom is the queen of Christmas knickknacks. I come home with a suitcase and I end up coming back with more stuff than I can fit into it because my mom just loves chintzy little things. That's her. It's not me. I have finally either gotten rid of or picked through or given away the knickknacks from last year, barring one. There is a box of LED fake candles just sitting on my dresser at home, and I've had them for 11 months, and I don't know what to do with them.
You could use that.
I couldn't. No, I use real candles. There's no place in my apartment to put fake candles.
On the windowsill?
What windowsill? You haven't
Any
been in my place.
windowsill.
You don't know what
You
place
haven't
looks like.
been-
There's no windowsill to put fake candles on.
What?
I don't know what to do with fake
Everybody
candles.
has a windowsill.
Well, you don't want to leave the real ones on overnight.
Yeah.
Let's say you have
You don't want to leave the fake ones on overnight.
Yeah, because they just burn out. That's it. You don't have to worry about it.
There's no
If you
factory
ever have a
They don't smell good.
romantic situation.
Yeah, nothing like
You want
LED
lights
candles that
on.
screams romance.
It's the
don't have to worry about a fire.
light. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that. You get distracted.
Let's get into the people's comments, shall we? We're hearing a lot of
right.
regifting this morning,
All
just
right,
in
all
my
right.
initial sifting through right now. We're also pushing people to attend Turkey Tuesday, apparently. I hate these pop-up alerts on this new Facebook update. This is awful. Facebook is the worst. Sheila says, good morning. Jessica says you need to pretend you loved it. At least you got something.
That's how I feel.
That's the right
I'm
attitude.
grateful for the thought.
Yes.
Say thank you. I've had one family member that always used to get the worst gifts on the planet. And I just would try to encourage them, don't get for the adults. Let's just get for the children. We don't need to pick gifts for the adults. It's totally fine, but she would not be deterred.
Well, that's the worst part about being an
Yeah.
adult, right? Is anything you need, you more or less can handle yourself.
Right.
And so when other adults buy adults things, sometimes they miss the mark horribly. And the thought is there. You just don't know me as well as you think you do.
Well, I have one family member that does the same thing, at least little knickknacks. They want to get something for everyone in the
Right.
family, and it's I feel bad. I'm like, why don't you just save your money and
Yes.
spend it on
Yep.
you, instead of buying everybody lotion and everybody magnets, just little things.
Or coasters, shot glasses.
Or do the white elephant type thing where you're just worrying about getting one gift and then doing that. That's more fun. Yeah, Brandy's with me, regift it. Yeah, it's definitely be polite, even if you don't, of course, you're very grateful and got a couple more regifters, Roxanne.
That's why Rock said that's why there's gift receipts. That is true. Whenever I do give a gift and I ask for a gift receipt, I include it so that way they can go ahead and return it and you don't feel bad.
Exactly.
Because if it doesn't work for them.
I would totally understand that.
Yeah.
If it
No,
just
I
wasn't right
love
for
putting
someone.
a gift certificate for everything. For the
Yeah.
receipt.
The
Denise has some advice for you regifters out there. She says hold on to it for a year or two. But the problem you run into there, Denise,
Then
is
you
that you
forget.
forget exactly who it came from. So unless you keep notes for yourself.
No, I definitely hold on to it, and then you have to know who it came from or what family
That's the
member or
hard part.
something.
You gotta remember.
It's not like I do this often, but
Sure,
if it
yeah,
comes
sounds like it.
across,
Yeah.
hey, no.
know.
But you're right. If it's a red bottle of wine or something, and I don't drink red, or you know what I mean, something like that. It's not like I'm like, ugh.
We've had it happen where
down.
we've used or somebody has regifted the item for a white elephant item, and so
It is a real gift.
they came. Well, we did white elephant, but it was a real gift that somebody gave them. So the person in
Right.
the room knows that
yeah.
you're using their gift for the white
that's
elephant,
awkward.
and it's always weird. We're like, oh, So you have to try to remember. Use it at the other family member's house, not the one that you got it
But
from.
it's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
By the way, Peggy says she doesn't have a windowsill either.
Oh.
I'm with you, Peggy. All right, let's get to our ICYMI this
Windowsill-less.
morning. In case you missed today in AZ, you missed this. We've been trying to give away 2 tickets to one viewer to visit the Ellen Show, and not just any Ellen Show, one of the 12 Days of Giveaway shows. This morning, Ryan Cody headed out of the studio. He hid the tickets at Lights of the World, which is set up at the Arizona State Fairgrounds, but he gave too many good clues because when he got there was a mob waiting for him.
Swamped. But Ryan, I'm glad to see they haven't trampled you. You survived. It's been a very tough morning for you. What did you do?
Yeah, well, we didn't have to try hard to give these tickets away here at Lights of the World because we had about a dozen people here before we even showed up with the tickets. Keep in mind, that's before we even told anybody where the tickets were. They were just clues at that point. We had some of these folks here that were standing by wanting the tickets as well, but we could only have one winner because we just had a prize pack with 2 tickets. So we asked a couple questions. We asked one question actually to see who was the biggest Ellen fan, and we seem to have him here right now. We asked you who was on the show yesterday, and what was your answer?
Eric Stonestreet.
And he was, from Modern Family, was on the show yesterday. So we didn't even have to go to a secondary question. We got it right here. So huge Ellen fan, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
And what are you planning on doing? Who are you planning on bringing?
My wife. So it's our 10-year anniversary coming up in January, so
Congratulations.
works out well.
Yeah, husband of the year right here. Hopefully you come home with some prizes. We had a good tip for you is that you probably want to figure out a way to bring some of these prizes home depending on how big they are.
Right, somebody was saying, whatever they give me, I got to bring home that day, and I'm like, well, I have 4 kids in a van, so hopefully I'll be all right.
All right, well,
So are the 4 kids going to help them?
Yeah, put them to work.
Hold this giant LED TV in the back of the car. Don't get too bumpy. Yeah, congrats to our winner
That's
this morning.
exciting.
That was a tough spot to put Ryan in, though.
I
So many
know.
people were waiting there for him when he showed up this morning.
We gave some great clues that people were ready to go.
Those were too
Yeah.
good.
On it. Smart.
I know, there was like a line. Oh my gosh. Poor Ryan.
Hopefully we find a way to take care of all those people that showed up and had to walk away without tickets this morning. I know he's excited, though, especially with the wife at home celebrating an anniversary and the 4 little ones. I mean, that's super cool whenever you can bring something home for the family. Back to our conversation this morning about what you do when you get gifts you don't need. Actually, it's sort of somewhat related to our gift giveaway there because I think you have to pay taxes on that stuff that you get. So, you might get a prize that you would refuse because you don't have a practical purpose for it and you don't want to pay the taxes
Like a
on
car?
it. Yeah, for example, I'm not sure that he's going to be driving home in a new car. He's got the van. By the way, a new survey found out that 3 out of 4 people fake reactions when they receive gifts they don't like. And go ahead, you said this morning to much fanfare,
made me
Rachel.
laugh.
Women are bigger fakers. Apply that in whatever context you see fit. So what do you guys do when you receive a gift that you don't like? We've been trolling through your comment section here at the bottom of the Facebook page. That's how this show works. You guys are just as much a part of it as we are. Russell recommends the Amazon gift card because you can't really go wrong there.
I love that.
That's good.
Yeah, and Rock is saying this is why you include gift receipts, something we've been harping on throughout the show this morning. Diana says, if you live far enough away, they won't even know if you re-gift
Exactly.
stuff.
Right.
True.
That's a great point.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with gift cards. I know some people think that's insensitive, but I think they're
don't.
fabulous.
I think they're great. I think they're very considerate.
Yeah.
We have finally reached the point in my family where the adults have more or less told one another, if you want to give me something, give me cash.
Yeah.
If you're insistent upon giving me something, just give me cash. And that's an awkward conversation to have with your parents or your grandparents, for example, because my grandma is the hardest person to shop for. What do I get a woman of her age? Very young and healthy,
'Cause she watches.
but a woman of her age. We have very differing interests, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
hard
would
for me
hope
to
so.
shop for her. And I think we're finally at the point where it's like, just cash.
Grandma says cash.
Spend it however you want, cash.
My grandma gives me the silliest list for when it's birthday.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh,
I
she
wish I had-
prepares
I
you.
mean, it's as if we don't my parents don't take care of her. She asks for her Dove soap.
Yep.
Like
The essentials.
toothpaste, just because she goes, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I don't need any of these gifts.
I
Just
love
give
that.
me my, maybe I need some more socks, or she's just so sweet. She doesn't. She's don't give me anything, but here's some things I need. I think one time there was itch cream on there.
Someone's got to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, just the usual stuff that you may need, right?
See, I do that stuff
So
for my
that's what-
mom. We fill her
Yeah?
stocking with the essentials.
Oh, I do that too for my
whatever,
mom,
whatever it is, whether it's shaving cream to razors and whatever. over. You know, it's all going in the stocking.
It will get used, though.
Yeah. It
does, yes.
Think about it.
No
You know
regifting
it's
of
gonna be
that.
put to use. It's not going to gather dust.
Unlike the LED candles. You see what I'm saying? Practicality. is
I'll
good.
take those off your hands.
I'll take them, Paul. And I
Bring
know what to
them.
get me for Christmas.
Now I'm
Slap
regifting
a
them.
bow on them, and then yes.
I would I'm like Crystal though. I literally will try to find a use for anything
Yeah,
anybody gives me. Like I find some use. My mom always makes fun of me. She's like, "You use literally everything." I'm like, "There's always a way." I will find, unless it is ill-fitting and
Yeah.
they didn't
Yes.
give me a receipt because I got like a I don't know what the heck it was. It looked like a cardigan, but no. So I tried to return it, couldn't figure out where. That was just a failed attempt. But yeah.
One year I got the gift of, have you seen those pooperies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was actually
What are you trying to say?
I know. So it came with a large one and then some travel ones. So for I opened it.
Travel one.
It was a joke.
It was Magnum. And then you clearly need the travel size too.
She was like, "Look, girl, you're single. You need this."
so go without it.
But so the little ones I ended up giving to my friends, and they loved it because then you can put it in your purse.
Apparently they do work.
It works, yeah. And so I've seen it at every business. So if you don't have this, a business should
That is
have
a
this
good thing,
little
yeah.
poopery that you spray it in the toilet before you use the restroom.
Before you go.
Yeah, before you
before
go.
you go.
Yeah, so that's how it masks the smell or whatever.
A blanket of masking scents.
Oh, we all know what we're getting in our stocking from Vanessa.
So I think it's a great idea. So at first it was supposed to be a gag gift,
Yeah.
but then when I loved mine and then I gave the others to my friends and they loved it. It's funny.
Well, there you go.
See?
Nothing poopy about that gift.
There. There she goes with the puns again.
I know.
Diana says we don't exchange gifts, so it's just best for the grandkids, and I give them money, and they get what they want, and then they don't end up with anything they don't like.
I think that's
the way to go. The thought is in the gift giving. Like, I don't think that my grandma necessarily needs my money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, it's tradition, right? You want to unwrap something on Christmas, and that's what I feel bad about. But like Crystal said, like, she has enough
Right.
crap. Like, there's enough knickknacks around. You can only have so many picture frames with pictures of us in
Oh my
your
God,
house.
the kids,
you know? Like,
yeah. My Nana loves money. You kidding? She opens it, she's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the casino.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She loves it.
That a fun, unique kind of like gift idea that you could mail even, or stuff in the stocking, or the little lottery scratchers.
We do that too.
Those are
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you never know.
And
You
it's
might.
easy.
Yes.
Bunch of gambling
If you
addicts in
win
my
though,
family.
then they have to share
Staple.
with you.
No, that's
Yeah. P.S.
It's a big amount, a large amount.
P.S. Share with me. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Vanessa, I thought that Crystal was going to be the only person getting creeped on in the comments today, but you got a creeper as well.
No.
So, congrats.
We got a fresh squeezed juice,
says producer Courtney.
Thanks.
Well, let's get to it. Oh, I can't talk until you say my name now.
Okay. Don't expect to see angels walking down the runway this winter. I heard about this.
Whoa.
The Victoria's Secret fashion show has reportedly been canceled.
Boo.
I know. This comes after the show had its lowest rating ever last year. The Victoria's Secret fashion show started back in 1995 and typically features top supermodels. I posted this on my Instagram and I am devastated.
I was pretty sad about this too. I actually look forward to this every year. Didn't last year they say they were only going to do it online last year? They didn't do it on a major network. I mean, you kind of see the direction it was going.
Yeah.
I know they refused to accept plus size models over the year. They did have a transgender one last year.
Yes.
So they've had some issues. Yeah, because
They just said it's not where people are watching it. But what I like to see was the behind the scenes, like how they got ready and how they dressed them, and like the big old wings.
I loved
and
it.
that
And
was
the
just
musical
neat.
guests were
Yes.
all
Yes.
amazing. Oh my gosh. I remember my favorite time was when Adam Levine was on there and he had just started dating Bahati.
Oh, yeah.
And he was singing and they got to the end of the runway and she gave him a little kissy pill. I was like, oh my God, it was like such an iconic moment. That was my favorite. Don't you remember that, Paul?
I don't remember.
Do you not watch the Victoria's
No,
Secret fashion
never.
show?
Oh, I love
Oh, I thought all
In
guys
fact-
would be
Yeah, guys love that.
More women watch it
No.
sometimes than
Men do not watch it. Do you know there's pornography on the internet for free? You don't need to watch this stuff
my
to,
God.
to be a
Yes,
creepy
it's
guy.
not like
But that's
a-
what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like the guys that I know that do watch this, and if you do watch this and you're a guy at home, I'm sorry, man, but the guys that I know personally that watch this show are creeps. They're creepy guys. Yeah. What guy is sitting at home watching CBS at night being like, yeah, I love this fashion show. It's fantastic. Like, come on, man.
I loved it. I know a lot of
like
women loved
it.
it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an end of an era.
I know. What are they going to do now? We're going to figure something else out. But yeah, I'm sad about it.
I know their retail stores supposedly have been suffering too, so maybe it's just,
I don't know how. Every time I'm in there, it's like
Always
packed.
busy.
but it's like with tweens. It's hardly ever adult women in there. It's like,
like thinking about
it's
it. I'm like,
teens.
It's like, hold on.
I think it's that whole Pink brand.
Yeah,
it
the Pink
became big
brand.
in the
And their
teens like
lotions.
college students and stuff. Hardly ever women in there.
All right, guys. Sorry.
Food for thought.
Ended on a
Think about
bummer,
that
man.
one.
I know.
Sad note.
It don't matter. It's the weekend.
It is the weekend.
Turn that frown upside down.
Hey, good news. There are no major freeway closures this weekend, so
thank goodness.
no major
It's the
delays. And it's going to stay
holidays.
that way throughout probably till next year.
And see that sun shining? We're done with the storms for now, so enjoy the sunny, mild weather this
In
weekend.
time because the families are all coming in.
Yes.
They're in this week. So, yeah, we want everybody to travel safe.
Cardinals on a bye this Sunday.
Woo!
I'll see you Sunday night regardless on 12 News at 10. Be good, people.
Good. Go Devils!